Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, what do I do when it's not going anywhere? Well, I'm glad you asked, because today that's what I'm gonna go over is how to get this girl to miss you when it's going absolutely nowhere, and to make sure you never miss out on another opportunity to boomerang that bitch on back to you or another one of my videos. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button with that notification bell. Okay, so I've talked a lot about how to get a woman to chase you, how to turn things around, or how to get her back. But right now we're going to talk about things plateauing in a way where it's just really not going anywhere. And usually when it's not going anywhere, she goes away. So I'm going to talk about the 4 things that you can do immediately to turn the tables on her, to get her thinking like, oh my God, I can't lose this guy, wait. So that you can stop working so hard to get her in your corner and into Pound Town. So the very first thing, which I always talk about, is giving her space. I've alluded to this in so many videos about how we become desensitized to what is in our presence every single day. I have a piano that is just sitting in my living room. I don't know if you can see it right now, but I might touch that thing once a month. Really, I forget it's there. Mostly every day. So the second you remove your presence from her life is the second she's going to take note of your presence, even though it's not there anymore. I allude to this all the time with the toaster analogy. We only really notice things when they're no longer serving us, when they're broken, or when they're gone. So turning the tables on her and getting her to really miss you enough to have her initiate the chase is best done first by walking away from the situation and walking away from her in a way that she does have to notice that space you've now given her. It's kind of like that concept of not really knowing what you had until it's gone. So you got to get gone from this girl for her to realize that, like, oh my God, I want him, wait. Which now brings me to the second thing you have to do, which is let her come back to you. I've talked about this a lot with my female friends when I was still a couples therapist, this idea of this. Both people need the space to be able to be in that relationship. If you're the one who's constantly there, always contacting her, making sure you're there, hey, I'm here, I'm still here, I'm still here. Then when you put all your love in that bucket, it doesn't give her the capacity to put love in the bucket as well, because all your love is filling up the fuck bucket. So what kind of love does she have to put in the bucket? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself in regards to, or maybe I'm going backwards, going back to letting her contact you first. Once you give her that space, it does give her literally the space to put her love in the bucket, and you need to get her to contact you first, because what happens when we women are then forced to break that contact first is our brains, cognitive dissonance, I talk about this all the time, when we do these knee-jerk reactions, our brains catch up and say, oh look, I did this action, it must mean that I really wanted to do said action. So when we are forced to contact you first after you've given us space, our brains are like, oh my God, look, I'm the one like coming after him now. I must like really want him in my puss. Then let's go over step number 3, which is high energy only. Maybe things went stale because you got boring. Maybe things got stale because you got too comfortable. Maybe things got stale because you were just always around. And going back to the toaster and my piano, desensitization. We just fucking forget about you, really, because you're always there. Like, I don't think about my middle toe ever. It's just always there. I trust that it's always there. I never have to fucking look at it or think of it or wonder if it needs care, because it's always there. Sorry, getting off topic again. So when she does initiate contact, you need to, I hate saying this, you need to give her positive reinforcement for doing so. It's kind of like Pavlov's theory with the dogs. Anytime he heard a bell, they would give him a treat. And then eventually the bell would signal the drooling. I'm comparing girls to dogs. I feel fucking awful about this, but whatever, this is psychology. Who fucking cares? Anyway, so if when she contacts you, she gets nothing but like, oh my God, he's so funny. Oh my God, he's so fun. Oh my God, I love contacting him because I always feel so good. That is reinforcing her to then stay in this and chase after you. I'm not talking about her contacting you and be like, hey, what's up? What are you doing? Wanna hang out? I miss you. No, I'm talking getting her to a point where she feels so good because you're making her laugh, you're making her feel like a sexy ass, you're making her feel like, oh my God, I have to keep contacting this guy because every time I do, I feel so fucking good. Which then brings me to the last one, which is connect. This is the absolute be all and end all pinnacle of everything it means to attract a woman in a way that gets her wanting you in ways that she doesn't want anybody else, which I go over step by step in my Speak to Spark Arousal system, which you could check out at speaktosparkarousal.com. Goes over the step-by-step with connecting, making her laugh so that she does feel high energy anytime she talks to you, and flirting in a way that doesn't feel forward for you and feels so fucking addictive for her. Again, speaktosparkarousal.com if you haven't yet checked it out. So when I say connect, I always talk about this idea of men want sex to connect and women want sex when connected. So in order to get her not only feeling reinforced every time she talks to you, but actually getting her to like wanna bang your brains out, you have to make those solid connections that connect you as a person to me as a person, which is my entire PRS plus Hey system, which is step number 1 in my Speak to Spark Arousal program if you haven't checked it out yet. So again, we're gonna give this bitch some space, you know, not fill up the bucket with all your bullshit, give her some space to be in the bucket, but also give her the opportunity to be the first one to put that stuff in the love bucket. And then anytime she does put her love in the love bucket, we're gonna give her a prize. We're gonna make her feel good. Yeah, bitch, you contributed. Woo! And then we're gonna connect. Yep, yeah. And if you don't know how to connect, you can check it out at my Speak to Spark Arousal program at speaktosparkarousal.com. So that's what you do if you want to get her missing you, if you know things have gotten stale and you want her to pick back up the pace because she should. Do those 4 things and you'll stop from going nowhere to going straight to Pound Town. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.